Hello, welcome to HITC Sports. So, Kepa Arrizabalaga is a disgrace. We all saw what happened. Chelsea were playing Man City in the final of the Carabao Cup, a competition which possesses about as much dignity as KSI on Christmas Day. When a tournament is having its name changed every 20 minutes, you know it retains about as much credibility as a Geordie Shore cast member's fucking CV. It's a trophy that probably should not exist. Just another nuisance and unnecessary chunk of games chucked into the footballing calendar, forcing exasperated managers to wheel out the kids, much to the enthusiasm of the local parish priests. So yes, City lifting the Carabao Cup for the 4th time in 6 seasons probably didn't mean much. It's probably on par with winning a free footlong in f***ing Subway. But hey, it's a trophy and they're not exactly gonna say no. Chelsea, on the other hand, really needed this win. Maurizio Sarri is 60 years old, has been coaching for nearly 30 years and hasn't won so much as a fucking toothbrush. He's essentially the Italian version of David Moyes, if Moyes had taken up smoking when he was 12 years old. Honest to God, Sarri's lungs are probably about as healthy as John Goodman's heart. Not only that, but he was clinging to his job by the width of a dandelion. Things have been a nightmare at Chelsea recently. They've been smashed on the road, the players have been useless, the owners seem detached, and Louis Beneventi has been forced to drag himself out of bed at 6:30 in the morning.
I woke up at 6:30 this morning. I got up at 6:30 this morning. 6:30.
I mean, to be fair, he is a YouTuber. Our daily routine usually consists of rolling out of bed at 12:30 before crying in the shower and wondering where it all went wrong.
Is it too late now to Saxari? Cause I'm missing Antonio Canti. Is it too late now to Saxari? And I know you let us down. Is it too late to Saxari now?
Things have gotten so bad that they've even spawned their own Claude, i.e. grumpy old man who'd probably spit in your face if you took his seat on the bus.
I thought it was absolutely disgusting. Do you know, I wasn't even going to come tonight and I wish I hadn't have done. I thought it was diarrhoea. This sorry ball, it should be called shit ball. The first problem we got to get rid of is that slut upstairs. Slut upstairs.
Slut upstairs.
Yeah, you do you, man. But Sarri had just been informed that he wouldn't be allowed to sign anyone for the next 2 transfer windows. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised the man was able to get out of bed that morning, never mind make it to the stadium. But yes, Chelsea were coming up against a team who stuck 6th past them 2 weeks ago. Essentially, it was like a grown man coming up against a one-legged midget. But yeah, this transfer ban might force the club to finally ring up those unwanted cast-offs that they've sentenced to eternal loans. But on the downside, the prospect of another season with Marcus Alonso at left back, again, Sarri was probably getting ready to shove his head in a bowl of boiling water. So, since the game was fairly boring, let's get to the incident. There is a minute to go in the final. It's 0-0 between Chelsea and City, and the Blues want to make a sub. They want to bring Kepa off to bring on Willy Caballero. Why would any manager on God's green earth want to substitute their first team goalie 1 minute before the penalty shootout? Surely this just proves that Sarri spent 15 minutes snorting glue off the rim of a glass in the toilets. Except no. There's actually a few good reasons for this. Number 1, Willy Caballero might be shakier than Michael J. Fox in an icing rink, but he's actually pretty good at penalties. From 28 penalties he's ever faced, this man has saved 11. And he also saved 3 in the final for City against Liverpool when they won the damn thing 3 years ago. 2, managers have actually done this quite regularly. Like in the World Cup, when Louis van Gaal chucked Tim Krul onto the pitch against Costa Rica, despite the man having sat on his arse for the entirety of the tournament. And it worked. And finally, Kepa had been a major injury doubt all week. Did Sarri really want to rely on someone who at any moment his hamstrings could have snapped like your man from The Shining? Instead, Willy Caballero is togged out on the pitch side, Sarri is telling Kepa to get the off the pitch, and he just doesn't. What an absolute joke. Sarri has since come out and said it was all a big misunderstanding over whether he was injured and Kepa was actually right. No, was he It doesn't matter if he was injured or not. If your number goes up, get the off the pitch. I mean, he was just a mess. Look, you're a minute before penalties and you've just unsettled your entire team. Caballero is just awkwardly standing on the touchline like some lad who's just been stood up on a Tinder date, while Zola looks like he's about to burst into tears at any moment. As for Sarri, I mean, he's probably no longer thinking about delegating penalty takers. Right now, that man is probably thinking about which bridge to chuck his goalie off 20 minutes after the game. Like, look at him. I haven't seen a Willie look that sad not to get some action since the pitiful winter of 2014. I'm sorry, but how is Sarri not dragging him off the pitch here? I don't care if Kepa wants to stay on. One way or another, you get him off that pitch. It's a bit like when I was playing outside as a kid and my mother would call me in for dinner. Like, it wasn't a question. She wasn't leaving this up to me. This was essentially,
get in the fucking door or I'm feeding your bowl of potatoes to the goddamn dog.
And if I still disobeyed her and thought, no, I'm staying out here, Christ above, within 10 minutes she'd be sharpening the goddamn bread knife. That is called discipline. What Sarri showed instead was that he was in dire need of a visit to the orthopedic surgeon because seemingly that poor fucker was born without a goddamn backbone. I love the moment he gets so angry he decides to dramatically storm off down the tunnel and then he realizes, No, actually, I'd like to watch the rest of the game. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you dramatically proclaimed that, oh, I'm going to run away from home now. Then you just make it to the end of the drive and quickly realise that eating food from the fridge is a lot more fun than swallowing gravel. Oh, this kid just has the most punchable face. I'll be honest, as soon as this happened, I was praying that City would win. Not because of anything particularly against Chelsea, but I just don't want to see this sort of disrespect rewarded. And it wasn't. I mean, he saved one. Should have saved a couple more. For Aguero's penalty, Kepa danced around like he'd been possessed by the ghost of Michael Flatley, before once again just letting in kind of an easy, tame shots squirm through his outstretched hands. Story of his goddamn season. So why did this happen? Jamie Redknapp said this could happen anywhere. No, it couldn't. It could only happen at Chelsea. Player power has been rife at that club for years, and it's never been challenged. Ever since Abramovich has been at the club, players have won out against the manager. Like, to a lesser extent, Mourinho first left Chelsea partly due to the fact he wouldn't play the owner's shiny toy up front. The likes of Andres Villas-Boas were quite obviously run out of town by the club's playing hierarchy. Rafa Benitez was never going to earn a permanent deal as long as the fans hated him, but definitely not when he pissed off the club captain.
And I want one person said I couldn't play twice in a week. Who knows who he is? I nominate John Obi Mikel, Frank Lampard, and Rafa Benitez.
Even when Mourinho came back, once the dressing room decided they had enough of him, he was gone within 6 months of winning the goddamn league. Same story with Antonio Conte. You know, he took a team from 10th in the league to a league and FA Cup in 2 seasons. Still didn't matter. The players got sick of him and he had to go. This is what happens when the owner does not challenge player power. As soon as they turn their noses up at a manager and decide, no, not for me, he's gone. It's like a guy going through a stream of endless stepmothers for his kids. But once the bratish 12-year-olds get bored of her, off she goes to get back relegated to Tinder again. Kepa did release his statement. Let's see what he said.
Upset and sad for not being able to take the title. We fought until the end against a great team. We will continue working to be stronger.
Fair enough. So good so far. I mean, you didn't concede 6 this time, so that's a big improvement.
I would also like to clarify some facts of today's match. First of all, I regret how the end of the match has been portrayed. At no time has it been my intention to disobey the coach or any of his decisions.
Except when you quite clearly disobeyed him by refusing to come off the pitch, but alright, whatever.
I think everything's been misunderstood in the heat of the final part of a match for a title.
No, not really. You're a cunt.
The coach thought I was not in a position to play on, and my intention was to express that I was in good condition to continue helping the team, while the docs that had treated me arrived at the bench to give the message. I feel the image that's been portrayed was not my intention. I have full respect for the coach and his authority.
Yeah, he's not really getting it, is he? If he did have full respect for Sarri, he would have just jogged to the sidelines, wished Caballero good luck, and took his place on the goddamn bench. Who knows, Caballero might have won that for them. Especially considering this fella has seen half the City players take penalties in training nearly every goddamn day. Anyway, that's the end of the video, lads. By the way, lads, the past week I just filmed a video with Ford of Mercy. You probably saw it, but if you didn't, go and watch it. Christ, well, during that I broke my phone, smashed my ankle, and slept outside in the dirt.
The things I do for this channel.
It's a skit about Newcastle. Go forth and watch it. But also like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. We're nearly at 200k. Let's go try and smash that soon. And I don't know, I might bring out a Q&A or something. Mind you, at the time of doing this, I'm currently at 199k, so this might be a bit awkward if by the time you're watching this I've already gone past 200k and then this is all a bit irrelevant. Well, in which case, let's get to
201k!
That is the real big number anyway. Anyway, tell me what you want me to do for the 200k special. Do not say have sex with my scarf. I do that most nights anyway, you know that. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.